is the Vegas Golden Knights Insider Show, your destination for inside access with the team, exclusive player interviews, and breaking news from around the National Hockey League.
Golden Knights Insider Show, Fox Sports Las Vegas. Ryan Wallace, Darren Millard, Chris Chapman, live inside the Finley Chevrolet Fox Sports Las Vegas. I have a fantastic friend of the show, Tommy Ippolito, the general manager of Hyde Lounge inside T-Mobile Arena. Tommy, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm just coming down, bud. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's been a whirlwind 16, 17 days. Let's talk about it from your perspective because, you know, Hyde Lounge is such a unique, special feature of T-Mobile Arena and what you do in September, the home opener, season opener, banner raising. Will go on October 10th. Maybe too early to start thinking ahead, but anything that you can think of off the top of your head that might be in the works for Hyde Lounge on a very, very special night.
It's going to be a really special night for the game, but we're going to have something special in Hyde next season. My buddy Sean, he's a expert wood carver. He made this wood carving of the Stanley Cup with VGK's logo in the middle. The bottom ring has a tribute of all the October 1 tragedy, the people affected by October 1. The next ring has the original Golden Knights team from the first season. The next ring has the Stanley Cup championship team. And then the last ring up has the 6 original Misfits engraved in it.
Wow.
So we're going to have that on display in Hyde all season long for people to come up and take photos with. So that's another reason to come up, as well as taking advantage of the atmosphere. But this photo op with this wood carving I'm really looking forward to that.
That's unbelievable. I cannot wait to see it, and I'm so glad that we were able to get you on here. That we know that's coming for Golden Knights fans that will take a game in at Hyde, and I'm over the moon excited for you. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for jumping on here and taking some time, and congratulations, buddy. It was a great season. Trust me on this next year, especially with the idea, with the knowledge now that there's going to be a wood-carved replica of the Stanley Cup, and as Tommy mentioned, all 58 names from 1 October in the first rung. You've got the original Golden Knights team, year 1. You've got the Stanley Cup winning team and the original Misfits, those 6 players standing on their own. That's just fantastic stuff, and I cannot wait to see that. Thanks so much, Tommy Ippolito. We'll be back to set up hour number 2 on the VGK Insider.
The most sincere thing to come from the Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup. VGK superfan Sean Simonera, a professional woodsman, makes a Stanley Cup out of a solid log.
Really, this all started when we had the Route 91, shooting. So right when we needed something the most, the Golden Knights came along and they just helped lift the city. I wanted to give back to Las Vegas and what the Knights have meant to this city and what the people meant to me at all my years out here. So that's when it became something bigger, and I decided I wanted to make something to bring back as like a thank you. It's a gift to the city, a gift to the team, and a memorial for the people we lost. So
The intricacies of this. So, okay, on the bottom ring you have...
So the bottom 2 rows are from the Route 91 Harvest Fest, all the victims. This middle row is from our inaugural team, who they were the ones that set this all off. So I thought they deserved to be on there. And then, of course, the top 2 rows here under United is our championship team. Captain Mark Stone.
Yeah.
Bill Foley, I got everybody on there.
Yep.
And then, of course, United, the big letters there. And then this ring right here has our original 6 Misfits. Cup in 6, 2023, of course. And then this was more than about lifting the cup. This is about raising a city. Poured my heart into this one.
This will be displayed
Yes.
here inside of T-Mobile Arena for all of 2024.
This, for as long as Tommy wants, it's his. As long as he wants it, it's in good hands. I trust him. He's one of the best people I know, and it's in good hands with him. And as soon as he showed interest and wanted it here, I was like, nowhere else I'd put it.
It'll be displayed here, and people will be taking pictures with this.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to see a ton of pictures. They have the hashtag. I mean,
That's the plan.
you created. It's going to be...
And every picture taken with it is just like,
Yes.
it means that much more. So.
It's something that cannot be understated. Because I can tell, like, you get emotional talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it, right? So just imagine what people are going to be like when they come here. Like, say, when they raise the banner in here that very first night, Golden Knights fans, where they see, like, the names on the bottom of the folks that died, and you know what I mean? It's going to be like a really emotional piece for a lot of people.
I've never been around a team to where you don't know these guys. You feel like you know them personally, but you've never met them. But they're so endeared to the city for what they helped us get through, and they, every one of them, I'm sure would tell you there's no better fan base. I mean,
because I can feel that. I mean, you made this thing with love, heart. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sean, I mean, I appreciate you talking.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Finley Chevrolet Fox Sports Las Vegas studio and live at lvsportsnetwork.com. Here is Darren Millard and Ryan Wallace.
Happy game day, everybody. Presented by the Jewelers of Las Vegas. This is the VGK Insider Show, and we are excited to bring you the gold carpet festivities. A lot of talk in and around the celebration that is occurring tonight at T-Mobile Arena in Toshiba Plaza ahead of the banner raising ceremony before the season gets underway in a couple of hours.
General Manager of Hyde Lounge inside T-Mobile Arena. And Tommy, you're joining me here. So let's talk about Hyde. I mean, we've talked about how unique a venue it is and how awesome it is to just take in a game, take in a concert, whatever it is. But you know, I got to ask you, what do you have in store up in Hyde tonight for banner raising ceremony?
Oh, man, it's going to be such a special night. I showed you a little sneak peek when you came over for a concert this summer.
Yep.
But we have a Stanley Cup that's carved out of wood that is just absolutely phenomenal. We have a whole section set up with a step and repeat backdrop, and fans can come up and take their picture with this masterpiece.
Yeah, it's amazing. I got the opportunity to see it, probably before most, and I was taken aback by it. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get myself up there. I'm going to get myself a picture with it because you're right on the money. It's a work of art. What kind of led to the decision to go in with that? Because I think it's so unique, it's so awesome, and it is so cool that you've got this attraction, so to speak, for fans over the course of tonight's game and the season. Yeah,
good question. My buddy Sean, I used to work with him years ago. He's a unbelievable wood carver. He ended up moving to Ohio, and he's a huge VGK fan.
Yeah.
And he's a Cleveland, Ohio sports fan, full of, getting used to getting disappointed.
Yeah.
So he's all in with the Knights since day one. When the Knights won the Stanley Cup, he just felt it. He felt it in his heart to carve something. So he started making this masterpiece Stanley Cup that he figured it was just going to be in his backyard as like a bird bath or something.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I reached out to him like, dude, this needs to be in T-Mobile Arena for fans to enjoy. He totally agreed. He flew out tonight, got him tickets. He's going to be up here watching fans take pictures in Hyde with it. So it's going to be a special night for him. I mean, this thing is so gorgeous. And it has a little bit of everything, Ryan. I showed you the bottom ring was the original team from the expansion draft. The next ring up is the Stanley Cup team. He's got the victims of the tragedy, Route 91.
Yeah.
He's got all the 58 names of the deceased carved into this. Marc-Andre Fleury's paws are imprinted on it. I mean, there's a little bit of everything, and it's such a special piece. I just really, really hope people come up and see it and take pictures with it and get as much enjoyment as I have out of it.
Yeah, it's a keepsake that really hammers home what it means to be a Golden Knight fan, right? Like, I think that's what it is. You've got an ability to pay homage to that first year, that team, what they were able to accomplish, the 58 lives lost in one October, the team that wins the Stanley Cup, and kind of every relationship that you've made along the way. I think it's amazing. Yeah,
it's great. And like I said, this is coming from a diehard VGK fan, so he was like, what kind of elements can I put on this? So it's coming from a fan perspective.
Yeah.
And it's just I mean, I knew it was going to look gorgeous, but once we got the whole setup done, it is just phenomenal.
It's a phenomenal place to watch a concert. Literally anything that you could do at T-Mobile Arena. If you haven't experienced it at Hyde, do so. What do people need to know? How do people get their tickets up to Hyde for special events or what have you?
Yeah. Good. You can go to SBE, SammyBoyEntertainment.com, and navigate to the Hyde page, and then You can inquire about events there. You can reach out to me on Facebook. Come up and say hello. Introduce yourself if you're a season ticket holder. Give you a card, and come up and have a drink, and let's get ready for the season.
All right, great stuff, Tommy. Enjoy the night. Have fun up there, buddy. And we gotta do this again.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ryan.
That is Tommy Ippolito, general manager of Hyde Lounge inside T-Mobile Arena. As he mentioned, right, there's a replica wood carving of a Stanley Cup, and it's engraved with the names of the original team, the original Misfits year number one, the team that won the Stanley Cup, the names of the players on the ice the night that the Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. You've got the 58 victims of 1 October. There's a lot of different elements. I've seen it. It's amazing. So if you're in the building tonight, make sure you mosey on up to Hyde Lounge and get your picture taken with it. It's just awesome, awesome stuff.
It is one thing to win a Stanley Cup. It is another thing for this team in this city to win a Stanley Cup. Yeah. In order to tell you the story of this championship squad, you have to go back to the beginning, the tragic beginning. 1 October brings about a lot of pain that doesn't go away after 6 years. There are still 6 members of that team on this one. And you think after all these years, the feeling would wear off just a little bit. It hasn't. Bruce Cassidy put 5 of them on the ice to start this game in a moment that sent chills throughout everyone in the building. The truth is, there is no greater example of what sports are all about than the Vegas Golden Knights. That is not hyperbole. It's a fact. Sports are there for you, and sometimes nobody else can be. The Golden Knights were there for a city who didn't know how to pick up the pieces, and for that, the emotion and the gratitude will never truly be able to be measured. That was until tonight. Yes, the cup, and of course to win a championship, but it was more than that. Not so much unfinished business, but rewarding a fan base who has stuck with them through all of it. More than any fan base should go through. More than any family should ever have to go through. These fans love you for who you are. That's not a thing in every city. It's not a thing with every team. The mutual admiration and love between player and fan is a nice concept on paper, the kind of stuff every organization says that they have. The truth is, they don't. This team does. That's what makes the Vegas Golden Knights different. That's what makes their relationship with these fans different. There's no greater story of resilience than that of Las Vegas. There's no greater poster child for that than the Vegas Golden Knights. After 6 years, they finally wrote the ending to that story. A complex one. One that doesn't take away the pain, but gives it new meaning. One of my favorite quotes of all time for anybody going through anything is this, quote, "Grief never ends, but it changes. It is a passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness nor a lack of faith. It is the price of love." Your Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions at last.